to set intention going into a new year. Last year was expansion. This year is alignment. Now, the expansion of last year was great, but as the market constricted, halfway through the year, our entire team had to Now, I like to do this at the end of every single year, as I've taken really just the broad goals as a company and as an organization and basically just splattered it on the wall, right? We're just throwing it up there to see what sticks. And then from here, we can break it down and identify what is the top most important things that we want to accomplish over the next 3 months, right? So we take a year, we take 12 months, and then the goal is to compress that time into a 12-week year, which is 1 quarter. And by doing that, by compressing the time and compressing our goals, we claim that you can accomplish just as much in a 12-week period than some people accomplish in an entire year. Okay, so big picture. The word for this year is alignment. I always like to set intention going into a new year. Last year was expansion. This year is alignment. Now, the expansion of last year was great, but as the market constricted, halfway through the year, our entire team had to pivot and figure out how we're going to move and shake in the midst of a massive market correction. Now, this year is alignment. Our goal is to find alignment, get in alignment with God, get in alignment with our purpose, get in alignment as a team so we can really come together and accomplish the goals that we set out before ourselves. Now, real estate is obviously at the top because real estate is the main focus inside of the whole ecosystem, right? Everything that we do on a daily basis, flipping houses, finding off-market opportunities, wholesaling deals to hedge funds, whatever the case might be, right? Now, a pivot off of that, we've moved into the bigger raw land. If we can find 20 to 100, 20 to 200 acres that fit inside of a buy box for home developers, we're tying up the contracts for that and moving those in that position as well, which if you take your wholesale fee, add a 0 to that. The size of land deals, it's much higher if you can find the right property. Multifamily, we're building a team, right? So we're learning, we're evolving, and the goal is to take the same revenue model from the single family real estate and pivot and transition into bigger deals, right? We got 50 doors under management. That is the goal. That's the target this year, to get 50 new assets under management, right? So that's the ecosystem. And as it funnels down, we're documenting the process, right? So we're taking the roadmap, we're taking the blueprint as we're growing, as we're evolving, and we're documenting that because we can take it and then we can share that with other investors inside of the space that want to level up their business as well, right? So by taking this whole process and by us putting it together, documenting it through video content, documenting it through Google Docs, creating standard operating procedures, we can create a high-level training ecosystem for the people that come into our funnel, right? So what are we doing with that? Documenting the process at the top of the funnel. Social media. Social media outreach is the most important play inside of our business in this season. If you own a business and you don't treat it like a media company, then you are missing the mark, because the rise of technology and the rise of social media is growing so rapidly, so exceedingly fast, that we're leaving way too much opportunity on the table. Social media funnels from all of this, documenting the process, into the funnel section, and we build out the sales force, right? We want a sales team so that we can bring people in the fold, so we can share our model, we can share the blueprint, and bring some high caliber investors into our inner circle community, right? Curating a community, building a tribe of people that see big picture and want to lock arms and come along the journey with us. That's the goal as we funnel out the whole process down into our sales model on the internet marketing. Now, networking, obviously your network is your net worth. So we want to be more intentional at attending more local real estate events and business entrepreneur events. We also want to go attend 1 to 3 conferences this year, right? We do our monthly meetup. We want to start doing a luncheon as well and just curate more community to bring awareness and get more people involved in our mission. Personal brand goals. I do need to finish the first book that will be released in 2023. Our goal is to get to 10,000 subs on YouTube. So if you guys are not subscribed to the channel, please give us a like. And we need to make a podcast reach out, right? So obviously we're all over the place. We do have a CRM that serves real estate investors, but this is kind of a natural position as people come into our ecosystem. But we train them on how to create predictable results through business systems, right? Now, training into a CRM, obviously if you have a CRM you're already using, we can train and implement that as well. But our goal is to show you how to utilize a business system, right? Now we can see here on my screen, we got Market Pro. Now, for anyone that has not tried Market Pro, it really is business in a box. It could fit just about any business, whether it be chiropractor, a barber, real estate acquisitions, obviously, community building. All of our training content is hosted on this platform as well. So you could sell education, you can share knowledge, a lot of different things. Now our goal is to build out the Salesforce ecosystem on this dashboard, right? Where we look at the right pipeline and then we start to build our sales team where we give them an opportunity to make a lot of revenue through online education and sales, right? Obviously, this is a natural pivot off of the main vehicle, which is real estate investing. But as we continue to grow, evolve, and expand in this network, way too much money on the table when it comes to social media marketing. So at the end of the day, guys, this is big picture, right? And then figuring out how we can press that. Me and Andy are going to sit down and have a conversation to figure out what are the most important tasks that we need to identify, right? So we're taking big picture. We're taking that splattered paint on our canvas and we're going to start to figure out, okay, for each goal that we have set out, what is the most important task that I need to complete to push this goal a little bit closer to the finish line, right? We want to star that, right? Create a more clear offer for our subscribers. We need some training videos for the Market Pro side to have a smoother onboarding process. The podcast reach out, I need to give Andy the influencer list that I'm a part of inside of this marketing community. We need to get clear with our Salesforce and build that out inside of the CRM, right? But these are just all ideas that we're scattering out here. And then once we have the first things first for each area, we want to pick out our top 3. What are the top 3 goals that we plan to accomplish this year, right? What are they? Let's write them out. Let's get clarity. And instead of trying to eat the whole elephant, guys, we need to focus on the most important things that are going to push the needle forward inside of our life and inside of our business. And if we're not spending time to intentionally think and create a plan, then we're never going to execute on the vision. So that's what this is about. We're finding alignment for 2023. We're putting our goals, our dreams, and our vision out for the business as a whole. And we're figuring out how we can deliver more value to our clients, to our customers, to our network and community. 2023 is going to be the best year yet. Excited to be along for the ride with you guys.